check it. Alright, yo, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we look at AMC and GME, our two favorite meme stocks, and we also look at SPY as well. I look at these three stocks on the short, long, and medium term, giving prediction and technical analysis for these three stocks. I also look at the fundamentals as well, using that in my analysis to give an overall better prediction. I also, guys, go over my daily short morning speed, and you guys already know that I got a 2 out of 2 hit with the predictions. That's why you follow this channel. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, and the data. And trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this video. Let's go. Alright, yo, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we look at the S&P 500 SPY. We're also looking at AMC and GME, our two favorite meme stocks. And you already know I come hard hitting with the facts and predictions that are accurate, as I did get another end of day prediction correct. Let's go ahead and listen and see what I had to say. Alright, y'all, here's what you all been waiting for. Your AMC end of day price prediction. Now remember, it's extremely difficult to get this correct. AMC will close at 478. 478, and you guys heard it here first, 478. And what time did it close on, or what price did it close on? 478, and then it changed to 479. How ironic. As you guys can see, I did get another end of day price prediction, and that is why you subscribe to this channel. I also got that green daily candle print that I did tell you guys we were going to get on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I've been telling you guys that Monday was going to be a green day, and that's why you follow this channel. We did get that green daily candle, as I did predict that in my morning update as well. So guys, you come for this channel for this stuff, and that is why you subscribe. So make sure you keep subscribing for more accurate predictions. Now let's go ahead and hop in the charts and see what we're looking at for the S&P 500. Now you guys can see that S&P 500 had a big green day today. I did call that as well in my morning predictions on my shorts feed. Make sure you check out my shorts feed for more accurate predictions. Now I do think we're going to need to consolidate here for the S&P 500, consolidating for the next 2 to 3 days before seeing a push to the upside and then eventually topping out and then moving to the downside. I do think the S&P 500 is going to be consolidating through Monday and through Tuesday and Wednesday, seeing a push up to the upside here. Now if we get some crazy data, this could easily make this rising wedge break to the downside, as rising wedges always break to the downside hard. I do think we're going to start forming a top right here, a head and shoulders type top. As you guys can see right here would be your shoulder, right here would be your head, and then here's going to be your next shoulder as we push to the downside and break this rising wedge, which always breaks to the downside. I do think we could see this earlier if we get some data, maybe from the Fed or raising rates, as we do have lots of data coming out. You guys already know how I feel about the macro. I do think we're in the complacency stage, as we already had a massive euphoria rally, drop to the downside, had this upwards consolidation chop, and now we're going to see a major capitulation to the downside. When you zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out, you guys can see that's exactly what we are looking at, as well as this huge macro bear flag, which is an extremely bearish pattern, letting us know that we're going to see a break to the downside. So that's what I'm looking at for the S&P 500, and I do think the S&P 500 is going to correlate with the AMC and GME MOAS when we see the S&P 500 start to move to the downside. I've done multiple videos on why this will happen, using ChatGPT, using my own logic, using multiple ways to verify that this will cause a squeeze if we see the market come to the downside. I've done multiple videos on that, so go ahead and check that out if you're interested in that. Now, let's go ahead and hop in the charts and look at AMC and GME stocks. So you guys can see that GME is looking extremely good, extremely bullish. GME's revenge is what I called it, or Jimmy's revenge. I call them Jimmy and Amy for short or nicknames of the stocks. That's neither here nor there. I do digress. But as you guys can see, GME is moving to the upside, as we do have this expanding megaphone pattern, as you guys can see, marked in orange. And we are approaching that overall macro slipping resistance. We already tested it here in after hours, and we got some rejection. So I do think we're going to see some pullback here for GME into Tuesday and Wednesday before pushing up here later in the week. The price point that we need to break, and if we do break, is 24 24.25. If we can break 24.25 and use that as support, you're watching GME break out of the sloping macro resistance that has been resistant for such a long time and is going to be an epic run to the upside when we break out of it. So we need to break this turquoise type line that you guys see, the sloping macro resistance here, that when you zoom out, you guys can continually see it. We need to break that to the upside, and you will see GME start to break this macro falling wedge, which is going to be an explosive move once GME breaks to the outside. Now, we are really close to this happening. You guys can already see that we have a buy signal here on the 2-hour time frame. We also have the green MACD as well. And if we go ahead and flip on the alligator, you guys can see that we have plenty of momentum to try to break through this potential wedge. Now, I do think we're going to get rejected on this initial turn, see some pullback, have to consolidate, and then push to the upside. But if you see this thing start to pull through, you guys know that it is on and popping. Again, the level we need to look for is 24.25 for GME stock to break. Both stocks have very high short interest. As you can see, GME short interest is at 20 point. Let's go ahead and see 20 point. I think about 20.88%. GME is currently sitting at 20.88% short interest. Plenty of short interest to see a massive short squeeze, and is about to break a macro technical falling wedge, which is an extremely bullish pattern, letting us know that we're about to see more momentum to the upside. Again, this is extremely exciting for GME, especially seeing that we have this gap fill up here and it's above the sloping resistance. We could see this break at any day or any time for GameStop stock. Now, again, I do think we're going to see some pullback or consolidation here for the next couple of days. If we do not, that is a very bullish thing. Again, 24.25 is the price point that we need to use to support and break to move to the upside, to break that macro sloping resistance on GameStop stock, that I want to see break that macro sloping resistance. Again, something you need to keep in mind for GameStop stock is the fact that there is a very low float. Again, it's prone to very volatile moves. You guys can see that it moves 7%, absolutely no problem moving 7% to the upside, and has 60.19% of the float locked up in computer share, making the float even more, or making the stock even more prone to very volatile movements at any one time. So with that being said about GME, let's go ahead and look at AMC stock and see what we're looking at for the technicals and fundamentals for AMC. So AMC is setting up for a run. AMC and GME are both setting up for runs. It is very obvious. It's very clear. A lot of people are really impatient. They think it's not going to happen. Again, this is the disbelief rally. Everyone thinks this is a sucker rally, and we are about to start moving into a secular bear run, a secular bull run. I do apologize, and start moving into bullish territory on the macro time frames. As you guys can see on the weekly time frame, we have the cost cross to the green side on the weekly MACD. We are about to get that on the monthly MACD in a few months, maybe a month or two, and that means we're moving into a secular bull run. As you guys can see, starting a new bull run and pushing to the upside, and we're going to start a massive uptrend as AMC starts to bottom and start to push to the upside. I have the bars pattern here. As you guys can see, the bars pattern is calling for us to return to $16 before seeing any type of real pullback or resistance. So I do think once we start to run, we're going to run up to about $16 before we see any type of pullback or resistance. Now, I do not think we're going to stop at $16. We're probably going to form a cup and handle type pattern as we push up to $16, form a cup and handle type pattern. Let's go ahead and show you, visualize what you guys can see for that type of movement. So as you guys can see, push up to about $16 or $16, then make a cup and handle type pattern. I'm just gonna have to move this down. This is the $16 mark right here. I have marked in gold. Come back down to the golden zone and then get some support and then push to the upside and continue ripping back to the upside. So I do think $16 is coming here soon for AMC stock, as crazy as that sounds. Bars pattern is continuing to play out. Again, the algo is dragging things out, making this take much longer than people wanted to take, but life-changing money, who said it would be easy to make? So we're waiting for AMC to make this overall official move to about $5, $5.50. Give us that confirmation candle to the upside and start making this rounded bottom that we see here on the bars pattern and move to the upside. Now, as you guys can see, the short-term technical analysis is saying the same thing as well. The short-term technical analysis with this falling wedge and this ascending triangle, as it makes a cup and handle as well. As you guys can see, right here is your cup, and then right here is your handle. Breakout target for the cup and handle, or the breakout point for the cup and handle, is $4. $4.81. We need to break and hold $4.81 as support. And as you guys can see, we're pushing on that as we speak. I do think we're going to move to the upside here, possibly Tuesday or Wednesday, breaking that $4.81 level and then pushing to the upside. I do think it's very obvious that we'll probably break that here tomorrow. If at the latest on Wednesday, again, that is going to push us up to about $5, $5.25, $5.50 in that region, $5.25, $5.50 in that specific region, in that 25-cent region. And then we will see that confirmation candle that we are looking for the bars pattern. And then we will continue to move to the upside. As you guys can see, the technical analysis is calling for the same exact thing as the bars pattern, this rounded bottom, and then moving to the upside. As you guys can see, we're getting this rounded bottom and then push to the upside. Again, both technical analysis and bars pattern calling for the same thing. Normally when they correlate and coincide like this, that is giving us confluence, and that means that it is very accurate and most likely going to happen. So I am very likely that seeing AMC make this rounded bottom, start pushing to the upside, and then start pushing to that $16 mark, and it is going to be absolutely awesome once it does it. Also, if you go ahead, when in doubt, zoom out, you can see that AMC marked in white is in this overall macro uptrend, and we have bullish fractals as well, showing that these patterns continue repeating and showing that AMC is going to return to all-time high or higher. As you guys can see, we have this yellow falling wedge here marked in yellow with this ascending triangle marked in white. When in doubt, zoom out. You guys can see the same thing on the bigger time frame, ascending or falling wedge with ascending triangle marked in white, falling wedge marked in yellow, again showing that the patterns are repeating over and over again. And you can use the bars pattern and fractals to predict AMC as well with technical analysis. So that's what I'm looking at on AMC and on the short and long term. Let's go ahead and look at some of the data for AMC and then wrap up this video. So as you guys can see, only 200 shares available to borrow for AMC, only 200 shares available to borrow. I also want to point out something else is for AMC as we are about to we are setting up for another run. Something else that makes it very obvious that we're setting up for a massive run. And once we run this time, it's going to be absolutely insane. One, because we have this sloping resistance. It is no longer a sloping resistance. This has been a 2-year sloping resistance, stopping us every single time we take off. Now that is no longer above our head. Next time we take off, we're going to absolutely launch. How can I tell we're setting up for a run? The technicals and then the fundamentals as well as the psychology. Now, the psychology you guys already know, we're in the disbelief rally and about to move into this bull market. As you guys can see, the technicals are telling us that we're making this rounded bottom and about to push to the upside. And now we're about to use the fundamentals as well. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on. So as you guys can see, short interest is increasing 22.62%. 22.62%. Again, when short interest starts to increase like this, that's normally a precursor of a big movement to the upside for AMC. So we're seeing short interest start to go up 22.62%, and they are having a hard time getting any shares available to borrow. Only 100 shares available to borrow at this moment. If we go ahead and look at what Stonko Tractor says about shares available to borrow, it says they even have less, or it says they have 200 shares available to borrow. So they have about 200 to 100 shares available to borrow, not many at all. And that's about to alleviate some of the short pressure that we see that they use to short us down and have us launch to the moon. So we're also seeing this green MACD cross here on the daily time frame as well. Again, more evidence that we are setting up for a move to the upside. More evidence that we are setting up for a move to the upside, again, is cost to borrow starting to increase. Cost to borrow starting to increase. Cost to borrow sitting at 94%, hitting at over 100% again. So we are looking at cost to borrow going up again and making it hard for them to get shares to short it down and stop the momentum and stop the run. Again, AMC is setting up for a run, and this is going to be the final run triggering the squeeze. You guys can think what you want. You guys can do what you want, but I believe what I believe. My conviction is strong, and the technical analysis, the fundamentals keeps it that way. I keep emotion at the door, and you guys should too. Hopefully you found this video informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like. Subscribe for more content like this, and check out the channel for even more predictions and updates. I talk about stocks and crypto all day long on my channel, so if you want more AMC updates, go ahead and press like. And you can support me simply by dropping a like or subscribing or leaving a comment. Or if you want to support me, you can go ahead and become a member. Only $2.99 a month. $2.99 a month. Cancel at any time. You get exclusive access to me, exclusive access to my content, exclusive Igimos, and exclusive validation as a member on this channel. Just go ahead and press join next to the subscribe button on my channel. And as always, guys, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can become a member for only $2.99 a month, cancel at any time. Also, you can ask me about my Discord. It is $50 for a lifetime invite. You can hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, link down below, and ask me about my Discord and get the link and make payment through either Cash App or other means. We can talk about it on Instagram. And guys, I always appreciate each and every one of you that subscribe, press like, and drop a comment. That's another way to support me absolutely for free. And I appreciate each and every one of you that do so and that watch the video to the end to see this message. As always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.